Hey, let's go over and talk to Jane in Richmond, Virginia. Jane, thank you for calling. What's going on?
Thanks for answering my call.
Yeah.
Good morning, studio.
Morning.
And I wanted to congratulate Lunchbox on selling one of his reservations, but I have a question.
Okay.
He said he had to give them his credit cards. So if he changes the name on the reservation to someone else, how do you change the credit card?
No, the credit card is just if they don't show up. Like, it's not like that's what they use to charge your meal. When you're at the table, they don't go, oh, we already have your credit card written down. But at the same time, I could also call and just say, hey, can I give you a different credit card for the reservation? And no problem.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I was thinking when I go to a hotel and give them my credit card, they usually just use my card that I've given them in advance. So.
Yeah, they take that number just in case you don't show.
Yeah.
Then they charge you.
Why are you looking for a reservation, too?
Okay, that's it.
Oh.
All right, Jane. Hey, I appreciate you calling. Thank you for listening.
Uh-huh.
All right, bye-bye. Let's do this. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees were listed. Just write down the answer. Some of these are so easy, okay? By the way, we'll go back to number 11 on the sheet. This is the clip we played before we went away. Anyone know who this is?
No clue.
My only guess is AC/DC.
No.
No.
Judas Priest?
Yeah. Judas
No! Really?
Who is that?
Dude, I didn't even know
Bald-
they sang
bald
this song.
dude?
Yeah. Bald guy that holds like some rod in his hand.
Yeah, bald dude.
Wow.
Okay.
That doesn't count as a point,
Weird.
but good
That was
job.
impressive.
Thank you.
All right, number 1. Name this person.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Probably the easiest one.
Yeah.
You guys can just say it. Go ahead.
Dolly.
Yeah. Dolly Parton nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Number 2. All right, you can all say it. 1, 2, 3.
Eminem.
Good. Number 3. Lunchbox?
I got it at the end. Lionel Richie.
Did you guys have Lionel Richie?
Lionel.
Yeah. Lunchbox was trying to look off somebody's paper then.
No,
He's
I
trying
wasn't.
to cheat.
He was looking over at Amy's to see if she was writing it down. So I knew he
Really?
was struggling a little bit.
Yeah, I was just like, man, I've heard that voice before. I saw him in concert, but I couldn't think of his name.
All right, number 4. I'll listen to this band whenever I win at Nerds. I'll put it on with Caitlin. She's
Oh.
like, what are you listening
I bet
to?
she hates it.
She doesn't like this band. And it's a band. There's a hint. What?
You're speaking over him.
Oh, stop it. If
we
you
have
don't
all
know
day
it,
long to play this clip. Here, we play it over and over.
Are the same that burn crosses.
Yeah, is it the same people that sing Insane in the No, I don't know. Insane in the That's what it sounds like, but then that's not the first guess I had.
Okay. Amy, you
Dang
can go
it.
first.
I have to go right now?
Yeah.
Okay, Beastie Boys.
No.
Dang it.
Lunchbox,
I have Rage Against the Machine.
what did you mouth to me?
I don't want to say it.
is it a bad word?
Yeah.
No. Is it Limp Bizkit?
You think Limp Bizkit's making the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I mean, I love
I
Limp
mean, they
Bizkit from
might.
back in the day, but
Well, you said, I don't know.
Eddie,
Rage Against the Machine.
it's Rage Against the Machine.
Nice, Lunchbox.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
dang
Next
it.
one.
With your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot?
That's Limp Bizkit, Amy, right there.
Yeah.
Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Come on with a come on.
This is the T-shirt song.
Yeah.
When they shoot him into the crowd. Lunchbox,
I got Pat Benatar.
Amy,
Donna Summer.
Eddie,
Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar. Amy, Lunchbox is dominating you at this game.
Oh, okay.
Donna Summer?
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either.
All right, next up. These are all people nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year.
When a problem comes along, you must whip it before the cream sets out too long. You must whip it when something's going wrong. You must whip it. Now whip it into shape. Shape it up. Get straight. Go forward.
electronic boys.
That'd be cool.
Lunchbox,
First name popped in my head, Devo.
Eddie.
Wow. I don't know why I went blank bones, but I just wrote down Dido because I could not come up with whatever he just said.
You said Dido?
Dido.
It's Devo.
Yeah, I know.
Lunchbox is gonna win.
Is he winning?
He's got 6 to Eddie's 5.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, name this one.
Lost in a crowd when you're hungry like the wolf. Straddle the line, discord and rhyme. I'm on the hunt, I'm after you. Mouth is alive, juice is like wine, and I'm hungry like the wolf.
Amy, you know that one?
Depeche Mode.
No. Lunchbox, you can win it if you get this.
Yeah.
This will be the last one.
Do you know it?
Yeah.
What is it?
Steppenwolf.
Wow.
You serious? You serious?
Hungry
How
like
in
the
the
wolf.
world? How in the world
Stop.
did you get Steppenwolf hungry like a wolf?
Oh my goodness. I don't even know if that's a real band, but that's what popped in my head.
Wow, Eddie, what do you have?
Duran Duran.
It's Duran
Duran
Duran.
Duran. That's
I
it.
don't know who that is.
Hungry Like the Wolf by Steppenwolf.
What else does Duran Duran?
Okay, it's tied.
Come
Lunchbox could
on.
actually pull one of the greater.
Aye.
This is a 16 seed beating a 1 seed.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Who is Duran Duran?
Them.
80s band.
Ah,
Yeah.
Don't know that.
Amy, you've been eliminated. I'm very sorry.
Oh, okay.
There's one left.
Oh,
Write
no.
your answer down.
Oh,
Not
right.
speed around.
Oh,
No
good.
speed.
my
Thank
gosh.
goodness.
Go ahead.
I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill me?
Hey, I'm trying to listen, man.
Why don't you
Trying to hear the
kill
clip.
me?
Lunch.
Man, I'm a loser, baby.
What is he doing? Sounds like
Man,
Cheech.
I sang this song one time.
Yeah.
Like on a soccer trip, it was on the radio, and we all learned the words, but I don't know who sings it. I don't know.
I'm a
Oh,
loser
dang it.
part?
Come on, Lunch.
Amy, don't give up on me yet.
not.
Don't
You
give
can
up
do it.
on
Are
me.
you guys in?
I'm in. I bet.
Lunchbox, what do you have?
It's the same band that sings "Everybody Hurts." R.E.M. Yeah.
This guy.
Wow. I
He's
didn't
out,
think,
out of control.
no one saw this coming.
Eddie,
That's Beck.
it's Beck.
Right.
I mean, I should have won this game, so I can't be too excited. But I love his excitement
Good
when he
effort,
said REM.
Lunchbox. Good effort. He goes, everybody hurts. They said nothing alike, but good effort. Good effort. Eddie, you won.
Thank you, Bones.
That's a tough one. You won in overtime.
So who of all these guys go in?
Dolly Parton goes in. I know it's called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but it's not really just rock and
Yeah.
roll anymore.
Yeah.
But also, what's more rock and roll than being a country artist going, I'm going to go do pop and do movies? That's rock and roll.
Mhm.
Dolly gets in. Eminem maybe too early, even though he meets the criteria, like so many years after your first album. Lionel Richie gets in
For
for
sure.
sure. Probably Rage Against the Machine gets
Yeah.
in. Pat Benatar possible. Duran Duran possible.
Yeah, those sound good. Once you get nominated, can you get nominated again later?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a historian. I basically read this article.
right.
Yeah. And every year we play Can You Name It? And otherwise I check out and don't give a crap. There are people that are spraying tanning solution up their noses so they can, quote, tan within.
Oh, I wish this worked.
What?
Does it?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
And doctors are saying you should probably not do this. But they think that if you tan on the inside, it helps you tan on the outside.
What?
Like you're working from inside out.
Like if you drink a bunch of carrot juice, your skin will get a hint of orange.
Yeah, there's not enough data or testing to recommend using any sort of tanning spray to use nasally, tanning nasal spray. In addition to causing spontaneous erections in males,
What?
side effects,
You serious?
blood pressure, headaches. It can also make
Oh.
moles and freckles darker.
Oh,
It's
okay.
basically melatonin that's shooting up into it.
Wow.
Oh,
But the whole spontaneous, that
yeah, that's
I
weird.
check out. Yeah.
Very bizarre.
That story's from the Huffington Post. And by the way, our 2022 iHeartRadio Podcast Awards are tonight. You can check out all the categories and nominees now at iHeartRadio.com/podcast awards. And you can watch the show tonight at 9 p.m. on iHeartRadio's YouTube and Facebook channel. You know which award that we're nominated for?
Let me see.
None.
Oh, wow.
Wah, wah.
Come on.
That's all right. But you can check it out 9 p.m. on iHeartRadio's YouTube and Facebook channel. It's rigged.
Yes, of course it is.
It's rigged. This voting, rigged election. Yeah, it's me. All right. Thank you. A week or so ago, Eddie lost on the wheel, and he has to wear these lacy men's panties for 3 days.
Yes.
24 hours have gone by. What's happened in your life?
I just got the underwear on. They've been on the whole time. I did the old smell test this morning, and they're fine, so I haven't washed them yet.
Your wife say anything about it?
Yes, she hates them. And, well, she didn't know about it. So when I got home, she's like, what is this on Instagram that I saw you're wearing panties? Like, what is going on? And I said, oh, it's a whole wheel thing. And she goes, you have to take those off. You cannot wear. I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like, it's a thing. Like, what's what we do at work? And I mean, I felt so immature talking about, like, I lost a bet at work. I have to wear panties for 3 days straight. And she's just like, oh, my gosh. So she understands. I wore them all day. I got them on today. And I would say they're comfortable, but they ride a little high. Like
They keep riding up.
They feel
climbing?
like a thong a little bit. You know?
How do you know what a thong feels like?
I don't.
He's guessing.
But it's up there, you know? And the lace part is pretty nice. Like, you feel, you don't really remember you're wearing them. They breathe really well, but they just start climbing as the day goes. And I don't like that part.
What a weird job, huh?
To test out lace underwear.
Just to wear,
Or
that
And he
you have to
likes
wear
it.
lace
Well,
underwear.
I feel like the whole point of this is for you guys to know what it's like. So I'm trying to give you a detailed description of what it's been like.
We go into Eddie's Amazon account, and he's got 5 other pair ordered.
No, I'm not. I don't like them that much.
All right, let's go to the news.
Bobby's Big
Stories.
We talked about yesterday that Snoop Dogg had a French bulldog that was missing. These French bulldogs get stolen all the time, but he had put up on his Instagram, hey, my dog is gone. So Snoop Dogg's French bulldog has been found. The rapper took to Instagram to thank the lovely couple who found his missing dog for the kind gesture. Snoop said he's hooking him up with some sweet gifts. Here's a clip from the video.
Yo, I want to thank y'all for returning the dog back to us. We appreciate that. Frank made his way back home. We appreciate all the love and the support we got on Instagram to get the dog back. And to the lovely couple that brought the dog back, I got some gifts for y'all for looking out. D.O. Dub. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
So the dog just went missing and they found it?
He didn't give any details on how the dog was returned or where the couple found it, but he didn't ask questions. Maybe the gift is some police.
Yeah, because do we
You got 2
suspect?
gifts at your front door Dun, 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 for stealing my dog.
It makes me think on Dirty Dancing in the movie, there was wallets being stolen, and it was a lovely old couple.
Who was
No
stealing
one would
wallets.
have ever suspected them.
The body parts we don't clean enough include our armpits and our butt. A poll of the top body parts we don't clean enough include armpits, butt, ears, feet. Feet's tough. Unless you are purposeful about the feet, you might just let water go down and think that you're cleaning the feet. You know?
Yeah. I put soap on my shower floor, and then I rub my feet.
What?
All that. So that way
Huh.
it kind of cleans my shower at the same
Interesting.
It's
time.
an odd technique. Haven't thought about that. I clean mine with a towel. Caitlin has a big, she doesn't like street clothes in the bed or dirty feet, which I understand, but I was a dude who lived by myself forever, so I've had to kind of break that culture. So my feet are always clean. And I wear socks all the time too, and then I clean my feet. So there you go. Your junk comes in at number 5, in case you're wondering.
Okay. That's pretty bad.
A grandma owned this shoplifter. A shoplifter in Canada tried to walk out of a Walmart with a cart full of unpaid stuff, but he was stopped by 2 people. One was a grandma who was fed up with crooks. She blocked his exit, yanked the ski mask off his head, and then ripped him a new one.
Yeah.
Here's a clip of the altercation. You'll hear the grandma come in at the end.
You gonna pay for that? Huh? You gonna pay for that? Yeah. When? Huh? You gonna pay for it?
Excuse me, I'm fed up with it. Stop. Get out.
All right.
Get out. It's about time I got caught.
And even the shoplifters in Canada are so nice. They're like, all right.
Okay.
He's like, you know what? You got me, and you did a good job at it, so I'm going to go ahead and go.
Yeah, well, I would not recommend doing that in America. You might get hurt.
Yeah, probably. That's from the Viral Hog YouTube channel. And then finally, Mariah Bell is the oldest U.S. Olympic women's figure skater. Her age, any guesses?
80?
Interesting.
80?
That would be tough.
Amy.
Lunchbox?
What
Probably
is
about
it?
40?
Eddie?
Yeah, 44.
She is the oldest U.S. Olympic women's figure skater since 1928.
Okay.
And she is 25 years old.
What?
They're that young.
You're
Five.
way
they're
off.
they're that young.
Wait.
The Winter Olympics kick off, and now it's like on Peacock. They're starting now. I don't know that I'm a big Winter Olympics guy. I feel like I'm living it the last couple weeks more than watching it. But
80-year-old Olympian.
Wait, so Nancy Kerrigan and them, they were really young?
Yeah, like Scott Hamilton was in his early 20s when he was an
Wow.
Olympian.
Women's figure skater. I didn't, not men. I
Oh,
said
sorry, my
women's.
bad.
Mariah Bell, the oldest U.S. Olympic women's figure skater since 1928. She's 25 years old.
That's crazy.
She recently won her first national title and became the oldest U.S. women's national champion in 95 years. She's heading to the Beijing Games. She'll be the oldest American woman to compete.
Wow.
Wow.
What?
I was looking. Well, once you said it was just females that made Scott null and void in this conversation, but he was 22 when he first joined the Olympics.
All right, that's the news. Thank you.
Those were Bobby's Big
Stories.
Nancy Kerrigan was 24.
Man, I thought she was like 30.
Yeah.
Well, we were also
40.
kids, so she seemed like
It's true.
quite the adult. All right, Chris Stapleton now. That I'll do in a second. That's really gonna shake someone here on the show.
Oh no.
Great.
Big news. I mean, it's really gonna bother somebody. Hold on a minute. Sonic Drive-In Studio.
The Bobby Bones Show.
Hey, the phone lines are ready for you. Questions or comments, 877-77-Bobby. That's our phone number. Next segment, someone on the show is going to be irritated. I just got news. This was just passed over to me. I'm not going to find joy in sharing this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it must not be Lunchbox.
Right, exactly. I feel like if it's bad news, then everybody likes that.
We do like that.
Interesting.
What do you
So
have
I
going
will
on?
share news. Some of you will like it.
Huh.
Some of you won't.
Okay.
But I'll share some news with you guys next. Now, hold on a minute. I'm gonna let Morgan bring this news to the show because she's the one that told me about it. And last night she goes, "Hey, I was contacted by an affiliate." Morgan, take it away.
So, Lunchbox may be a little upset because Abby's national anthem did so well on the show that I got hit up by another affiliate contact in Portland, Oregon that wants to play Abby's national anthem version on the radio.
on 98.7 The Bull, our station in Portland, they now want to feature Abby's national anthem.
Wow.
This is amazing.
That's cool.
So let's go to Abby first. Abby, did you know this?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you've already had a second to digest. Pretty
That's
exciting.
awesome. Like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And someone else just emailed too.
Abby's our phone screener, and
sorry.
Abby sang the national anthem on the show, and Lunchbox made fun of her.
Mm-hmm.
Then she said, "I'm going to go into the studio," and she cut it in the studio, and it was a great version. And our station in Virginia said, "Hey, we're going to play it," and now we're having affiliates reach out. And another station reached out to Abby.
No, yeah.
Where was that station?
I don't
from?
know the station.
You don't
just-
know the station. Where?
Amarillo, Texas.
So we have Amarillo, Portland, and Virginia Beach, who
Here
have
they
all reached
come.
out to play Abby's version of the national anthem.
Wait, but can I say one more thing too?
You can say whatever you want.
That someone called yesterday, and he's from the like minor league team in Baltimore, and he was like, "If you want to come out, you can sing it before one of the games."
No, they know that they don't want you to sing live. They
They
heard
do
you sing
want her to
live
sing
before,
live.
right?
Yeah,
they
They do. She sang live and nailed it at the St. Jude event.
Here's what's it's like a charity case, guys.
It's
like-
not.
no,
The version's really good.
Listen to me. It is like, oh, here it's like a sympathy. We'll play it for
It's
you
not,
to make you
though.
feel
They
good.
have no
It's not sympathy.
need
They
to do
didn't
that.
need to reach out to us. They reached out to us. The Bull reached out to us and said we'd like for Abby's version to play on our station. I didn't ask them. This is not charity.
Right, it's sort of like I mean, we're gonna date ourselves a little bit here, but like when William Hung was on American Idol and he started making appearances places, that was a sympathy thing, and that is Abby is the William Hung of
No.
2022.
No.
Why are you being such a hater? She's done nothing to
I
you.
am just telling you the truth.
Seriously.
She did a great job. Ray, do we have the national anthem queued
boy.
up? Because I think it's a great time to play it again.
Oh my gosh.
Abby went to the studio and recorded this.
And it's gonna say, "Oh, say can you?"
Why are you being
Lunchbox, why
rude?
would you make fun of
Why'd you make fun of
like
her voice?
something she
Have you
can't
heard your
control?
voice?
Like her voice, it has.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying.
Like she
Amy.
can't control her.
yeah, she can't
That's
change
why
that.
she's not good.
She
Because-
is good.
We
When I
talked about
listen to
people.
when you listen
Bobby
to-
gave a great example yesterday of Willie Nelson, who is the most nasally singer ever, and look at him. Look
Yeah.
at him.
Yeah, look at him.
On the road again.
Yeah, he's old
What-
and
Like
wild.
when
he's
people
threatening.
when
What
people
do you
hear Abby, it's not like, oh my gosh, that's like Carrie Underwood. That's like, oh my gosh, I got to hear this nasally voice again.
Real
Okay.
quick, can we like respect the song though? Like that, I
Yes.
feel like this is
Yeah.
what a lot of it is about.
That's
is
right.
that it plays,
Abby,
every day at noon on the
stop,
station.
stop.
No, you stop. You stop.
Yeah,
okay?
tell him, Abby.
Oh my gosh.
Stand up for
She acts
yourself.
like I'm
Hold on.
disrespecting the song. It's
You
nothing
are.
about the song. No, it's
It actually
you.
is about the
It's your
song.
version.
Okay, but we can let this go now.
Yeah,
you can let it. You
But
can
she's
breathe.
acting like she's trying to paint me as a not liking the national anthem and hating on the
I
national
believe
anthem.
you are. I believe you're national anthem
Okay,
hater.
here we go.
I feel like that's the whole segment was that I was asked to be in their rotation, and Morgan brings up that a station wants to play it, and that's what it's about. It's about the song that's being played, and I happen to be singing it, and
And
yes.
singing it beautifully, by the way.
Oh my.
Do you
Thank
feel good about the
you.
recording?
I do. I feel good about it. Yes.
You should.
I feel like I'm better in there than I am live. Yeah, sometimes it's
You
a
hear
little
that?
bit,
You hear
Hold
that?
on.
you know.
Everyone is better in a
Yes.
studio than live.
You hear that,
I haven't met a
Baltimore?
single person that is better. They go, you know what? The recording studio really didn't get my essence.
yeah.
No, because you get to do you get to do it 20 times in a recording studio and find the exact right version. But I think you did a great job, and
Thank you.
we're gonna play it now. So let's all stand up.
Okay.
I cannot believe we're really gonna play
Take
this.
the hat off.
Take your.
Like, when are you guys gonna like?
Okay, we're done insulting Abby.
Oh my god.
We're just
Thank
gonna
you.
we're just gonna play. Abby, you can,
Jeez.
if you want to stand up for yourself one final time, you can, unless you just want to play the song.
I'm just done listening to what he has to say. We can just play it.
she's done listening to what
Okay, there's
say.
there's
We
no
can-
need insulting her voice.
We
That's
need
what
to-
the whole my
No.
problem with it is.
I just want to present like a thing, like now that after this, he can't, let's just not comment on it anymore from Lunchbox.
On
like,
what though?
Like this, he just needs to be done with it.
So then we had to be done with it.
No, we can still do the song, but like, can we enforce a rule that makes him stop?
We can turn his microphone off. Watch
Oh,
this. Ray, turn his microphone off.
Awesome.
Now you
How you
grabbed
guys
Eddie's
doing?
mic.
Yeah.
He grabbed-
I mean,
he grabbed Eddie's mic.
Oh,
Now he's
man.
off.
Okay.
I just don't know why it bothers him so much.
Because anytime anyone on the show gets a little shine that's not him or someone that he feels shouldn't, he gets upset.
It's been like that forever, huh?
Nothing to a shine.
It's been like that forever.
Nothing to a shine.
What'd you say? I can't. Is someone
His
talking?
microphone's on.
I
It's
can't
okay.
hear.
Yeah,
His microphone's off. Okay, Eddie, where are you putting the camera?
What do you mean? On Abby. I like watching Abby listen to her sing.
Okay, the camera is on Abby. Hand on your hearts in there, everybody. And here is Abby's version of the national anthem. Go ahead.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Yes, there she is.
Yay!
Abby, it really is great.
Thank
You
you.
really did a great job singing
Well,
that song.
thanks.
You did great live. You did great in the studio. And if any of our stations want to play it,
Oh, boy.
reach out.
Ooh.
We will send you the file, and you can play it on your. You don't have to. We're not requesting that you do it, but obviously, if Portland's reached out, if Amarillo's reached out, there's a hunger for what you're providing, Abby.
That's really cool.
There's a hunger.
Can't believe it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Feed the
Exciting.
hunger, Abby.
Well, we have a record guy that wants to give her a dip.
No.
No, I
okay.
don't.
His,
That's a
his head
little-
would explode. His head would
losing his mind.
explode.
Can I-
don't want you to insult Abby. So
No,
no,
I
if,
don't
it-
wanna-
if it's anything about Abby and insulting Abby,
It's not insulting.
no. If it's anything though, that I'm gonna let
Yeah,
you do
like
this. But if it's insulting in any way,
He has
you
to
ha-
leave the room.
no, he has to wear the dog shot collar.
Yes.
Okay.
No, no.
yeah.
He's trusting.
That's good.
He's trusting.
So
Mike, would you
if-
say this is insulting or is this just facts?
Well, you ask him, Mike.
If the fact is insulting, because the fact is your opinion. What
Okay,
does Mike D know what you're
we're,
going to say?
we're moving on. Abby, great job.
Good. Thank you.
I'm glad we're
Thanks
done
for
with
all
this.
of your guys' support in here. Everybody but one person. So thank you.
I gave you a book to improve your singing, and you didn't take it. So
No, your singing sounds great.
Thanks.
Your singing
Thank
sounded
you.
great when you performed with the Raging Idiots in Kansas live.
That was awesome.
The crowd went crazy.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yes. Okay, there
Thank
she
you.
is. There's Abby, everybody, who just crushed that version.
Woohoo.
Okay, by the way, she's answering our phones. Abby's our phone screener. If you call and she answers the phone, hello, it's me.
Stop.
That's Abby. Okay, Ray, what do you want to do? You gonna play the song or no? Yes or no?
Steve, yeah. Yeah, sure, why not?
Nah, let's not play it.
Oh, because I said it.
It's not. I mean, it's not like. Let's be honest.
the national anthem
Don't
again?
say, no, don't say what the song is. It's not that good of a song anyway.
Okay.
So, you,
I like that song.
We're never gonna
You
play
do?
it. It's
What
okay.
Is it? Well,
No,
now we
don't
need to
say
know
what
the
it is.
I don't say
song.
why, but
Don't
I,
say-
I like that song. It has that cool 80s vibe to it.
don't say
80s
what
one.
it is. It's just one of those songs that sounds like every other song.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a quick break. We have a lot of calls. I don't want to get into a screaming match. I want to move away from the toxicity,
Yes, please.
but we'll grab a couple calls and we'll come back. tomorrow morning, right now, Kane Brown will be on. So at this time tomorrow morning, we'll be talking with Kane Brown. So be sure to listen. There's a 28-year-old guy who had bad headaches his whole life. Then he was like, you know what? I got to get my head checked out. An MRI revealed he had a metal pellet lodged in his skull. It was from an air gun. He and his brother played as kids. He remembered vaguely being shot, but not that a pellet got stuck in his head. You ever, this is my story. Anytime anything goes wrong with me, I'm like, I wonder if like some doctors left some scissors in me. Like, because my shoulder it kills. I've been through so much rehab. I don't know what's happened. It will not fix itself. I have tendonitis in my bicep that's in my shoulder. I have a small tear, and it won't fix. So I wonder if at some point something is wrong with me. Not that something was even left inside of me, but is there something growing inside of me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there something in that? Because we read stories like all of a sudden somebody's got a worm in their brain.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they didn't even realize it. They were swimming and a tadpole went in their brain, and now they've got two brains growing in their head.
But how would it get to your shoulder?
It's interesting. I don't have the answer.
Well, it could be
Get
your
'em with
brain.
my eye, my ear. Who knows?
It may not be that it's actually in your shoulder, but your
Ooh.
brain sends the signals to different parts of your body, so
Whoa.
it could be the part of the brain that operates the
Well, I
shoulder.
did an MRI on the shoulder, and there's a tear and tendonitis.
You already
Well, then
figured
we
that
know
out.
that's
But
from
my
Dancing
point
with
is,
the
anything
Stars.
I get like a cramp in my stomach, like
Yeah.
a hard, I'm like, what
Yeah, gerbil.
what parasite has is inside of me?
Yeah.
But this guy is a bullet in his brain. A Las Vegas bartender has to pay a company back for money that was handed over during an armed robbery. A Las Vegas bartender had a gun pointed at his face one night while working, so he handed over the money that was in the cash register. That's typical, except for he had to pay nearly the $4,000 that was taken to his employer.
Okay.
This just can't.
That can't be the whole story.
It can't be the whole story, or it's not how the story ends. This
Yeah.
sounds like a GoFundMe more than anything I've ever heard.
Right. Like that just can't even be. You take that to court and you would win instantly. There might be more to it, like the person robbing was his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he gave
The
it to her.
lodge where Parker worked swooped in within hours of that holdup and made him a sign that said, let me read this. The lodge where he worked swooped in within hours of the holdup and made him sign a paper saying he was okay with them taking $300 out of each paycheck until all the stolen cash was repaired.
No.
They think he's in on it?
Huh.
But then why would
Now-
they keep employing him?
Now Parker has lawyered up and is suing the lodge.
Okay.
Shortly after repaying the money, Parker was fired for taking a pre-approved vacation. The company has changed their vacation policy. Regardless, it sounds like something's up more than just this.
Yeah. Because he paid the money.
This is from CBS Las Vegas. But he shouldn't have paid the money.
Yeah.
If he was legitimately robbed, if the place was legitimately robbed, it's not up to him. What's he supposed to do? Go no and then get shot?
Yeah.
So I feel like Spidey senses think something's up more than just this story, because on the surface it sounds like there's no chance this place would go like, give me the money back that was stolen.
Because even police say, like, hey, if you're being robbed, just
Give it to
give
'em.
them the money. We'll figure it out later.
Give it to him. When I've been robbed, give it to him. One time I ran. One time I gave it. One time I ran. I preferred the time when I gave it.
Yeah.
Because when I ran, I almost probably died. And then I did hurt myself because I ran, jumped over a wall, fell, wiped out.
Yeah, but it all happened so fast. It's not like you knew that you were getting. Like you still don't know what they wanted. It just someone approached.
Well, I don't think they wanted to kiss me on the neck. They yelled, "Hey, Bones," or "Hey, Bobby," started chasing me with a knife and a mask on.
And you ran.
And I ran.
Yeah.
And that was at like 4:15 in the morning. We went
Scary.
on the air at 5 o'clock. It was at 4:15 in the morning. And called the cops, went on the air. Went on the air in the first segment.
But you were shaky.
I was
for sure.
shaky. Well, I started crying. I
Yeah.
couldn't help it. I was like, you guys will not believe this. I was just
And
attacked
that-
outside of the building. And I started talking, and I had my shoulder wrap with ice put on it because I think Amy went and got me some ice from the kitchen. And I was like, and so the guy comes up, and then all of a sudden I just start to crack and break. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm crying. I didn't get stabbed.
Well, your adrenaline and you were just like. Also, after that, that's when we got security, and I just remember being so scared to walk into the building because it was so dark outside. And if I didn't see the security guy, I would not walk in.
Yeah, I was. Listen, I had crazy PTSD because I had my house broken into. I mean, 2 years earlier, I'd been robbed at gunpoint at a different place. Somebody yells my name and tries to jump me outside of work. And listen, I was getting to work way too early by myself. It was probably at that point where I started to need some security just to be in the building. But then we watched the video of the guy chasing me. He was hiding behind like a tree.
Whoa.
You could see the video from the whole area.
Waiting for you.
Waiting for me. I get out of my car, walk up a hill, and he starts chasing. Dang. And so I had flip-flops on and kicked him off. Took off just hauling butt. I could move back then. Decided. What was crazy was I don't think he was trying to rob me for my stuff because I threw my computer bag off. He grabs it after he couldn't catch me and leaves. And then we found the computer bag just with the computer in it.
They didn't take anything.
No, just thrown into a bush like 70 feet away. Me thinks him wanted some stabbing.
Yeah.
And then the cops came up to the window and they were like, hey, yeah. Then another morning show in town started accusing me of faking it. And I was like, I don't know what's happening right now, but you guys are out of your mind. That show was eventually fired. But then they started accusing me of faking it. None of it was fake. Then they found the guy and they made me identify him, which was wild.
Were you behind the glass that he couldn't
it was
see
right
you?
outside the building at work.
No, stop it.
It was the weirdest. They came up. It was during a show. Do you remember this?
I'm not
We had a
yet.
big glass wall, and they came and you could see the cops outside knocking on the wall, and
oh my gosh,
you know, I saw Popo's outside. And I was like, all right, what's happening here? Did I do something? Did the show do? I mean, Lunchbox had gone to jail recently.
Yeah.
So I was like, I didn't know what was going on because it was like 2 months later probably, and so Popo's outside, and I love the police officers, but I'm thinking I'm in trouble. And so they came in and I said, what's going on? They go, hey, we think we have the guy that attacked you outside the building. And I was like, well, good. Let's lock him up. They're like, no, you have to come identify him.
Where was he?
And I was outside. They had him.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, I don't want to do that. And they're like, but if you don't do that, he could attack somebody else. And I was like, oh no. But he knows who I am. So whenever he gets out, after I identify him, he's going to come get me again. And they said, it would be great if you identified him. And I remember he had a tattoo on it. I could see his tattoo on his neck.
You remember that from the chase?
I remembered something on his neck, a turtleneck or a tattoo. And so they said, come look at him. And so what they did is they put me in the back of a cop car, and they shined a spotlight right in his face. So if he opened his eyes, all he saw was light.
Okay.
And then they drove me up right beside him in the cop car in the back seat with the tinted window. By the way, I thought it was a trick, like I might be going to jail too, because they put me in the back seat of a cop car. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. But they drove me up to him, and I was like, yeah, that's him.
Could the guy hear you say, yeah, that's him?
No, window was up. Window was up. And even then, I didn't say, yeah, that's him. I said, the body looks exactly like same frame. The neck looks right because he had a huge tattoo on the front of his neck. Which, by the way, if I was doing some stabbings, I would hide all my tattoos. I wouldn't have the face. If I was doing some Robinson places, I'd put a mask on if I had a face tattoo.
Yeah, did they ever figure out? I wonder, did they ever ask him, why did you do this?
It's funny. He did. He said, he just couldn't resist my sex appeal.
Okay.
He was like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was like, he's just so attractive. I felt like, no, I don't know. But he had watched. They went back to the security footage, and he had been there for a few days in a row trying to figure out what time I got there.
That's eerie.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, it was earlier. I know you're thinking it was like 4:15, then we went on air at 5. I think that's when we used to get to work at like 3.
Yeah, maybe it was
and
a bit
work
earlier.
from there. And that's when we moved later. That's when we shifted to 4:15. You started doing more
Maybe
work
so.
from home instead of sitting at the office. Because why get there that early? Because I remember being like, oh, this is a cool perk from something traumatic that happened. Like,
Oh, way to think about yourself instead of Bobby.
No.
That terrible situation.
Lunchbox.
I'm just saying, I mean.
It just like we could work from home instead of getting there so early. But anyway,
Yeah, I mean, 3 o'clock, I'd roll up, turn the music. No one was in the building.
so loud.
Turn the music up. I'd sit there. I'd sit in my 90s pop or 90s country and just listen to it all morning. And then everybody would start rolling in about 5. Right before 5, we'd go do the show. But I remember going on the air and being like, you guys will never believe this. I just got it. And I felt like the
Crazy.
biggest wimp.
I mean, he started crying. I was like, oh, boy.
But I wasn't sad.
I know. It
I
was
was
You
just.
were shocked. You were in shock. Your body was reacting. Like that was your release.
Yeah, it's wild. I've had some wild stories about security stuff. Death threats, people sneaking into buildings. I don't even do anything that controversial. Again, I get it. I'm wildly sexy. Okay?
There's that.
I understand how that can evoke people wanting to kill me.
Get rid of one sexy dude.
But it's, yeah.
One
Just
at a
because
time.
I go away doesn't mean you become more sexy. I think that's what these people are forgetting. Like, you look at me, I get it. You're like, wow, that guy physically has all the tools.
In case someone is listening for the very first time, like you're joking.
Am I, though?
They don't know. We don't
You
know. if
don't
he's
sound
joking.
like you are right now. That's why I'm clarifying. Because if people know your personality, they get it. If they're just now tuning in, they're like, okay, who's this guy? Click.
Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes we have like a group chat. It's like me, Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman,
What?
Wait, what?
You
Brad
lie.
Pitt. We're
Oh.
just like, man,
Clooney's
it's,
in there?
it's so
What's it
tough.
like? It's not
Clooney's not anymore.
Oh,
he's
he
on his cell
was.
phone too much. He don't want to be on his phone anymore. We just talk about how tough it is just to, be hated for our straight sex appeal.
Yeah.
So that's why I stopped posting shirtless selfies and shirtless pictures.
That's why.
Yeah, too many likes. My phone would start to smoke. After I got a whole lot of likes, you would see smoke come out of like the headphone jack in it, and so then I stopped posting them. All right, well that was a good trip down memory lane, which I'm probably gonna have PTSD and have a nightmare tonight
boy.
about. Now that I've thought about it. Do we drop the song?
Yep.
That song sucked too. Anyway,
Again?
what we're dealing with here.
It is what it is.
All right, let's take one call from Anthony in North Carolina. Anthony, you're on the show. What's going on?
Good morning, studio.
Morning.
I was just calling in to let Lunchbox know that I listen to a lot of national anthems
gosh.
here on 95.1 with Crystal Legend. She does the 12 o'clock salute. And I'm going to say that her version of the national anthem was fine, man. I don't know why you're hating on her so much.
He's hating on her. I'm not going to let him insult her, but he's hating on her because she's getting recognition. She's getting we're
Airtime.
applauding her on the show. Like, we're breaking in literal applause. And when someone else gets it that's not him, he gets jealous.
No.
But I think the version was great. I think Anthony, and I appreciate that call and thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a great day.
All right, see you later. One more call. This is Pennsylvania, and Caitlin is in Pennsylvania. Caitlin, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, team.
Morning.
So my theory is after listening last week and Lunchbox hating on Walker Hayes, I think it's the same thing where he's like, oh, I'm more famous, but like, what if you're not going to be anymore?
I have no idea what you're saying.
You think that he is losing whatever he thinks he had?
Yes.
Other people are rising above.
Which puts you.
Here, this is what I'm trying to say.
As long as you don't talk about Abby.
No, I'm going to talk about Abby, but it's not insulting. What I'm saying is if Abby was just a regular caller and called in, you'd be like, oh, that's fine. But because she's on the show, you're acting like it's the best thing you've ever heard. That's what I'm saying. If she was just a normal caller that called in and saying, you'd be like, oh, yeah, you're fine. But now, because she's on the show, it's like, oh, she's amazing.
These
That's
other
what I'm
stations
saying.
didn't need to call and ask for it to be played on their station.
But they didn't. Abby,
you have 10 more seconds. Go.
Abby mistakenly thought the station was playing her and came on bragging about them playing her national anthem. When it turned out it was not her at all. And they were like, oh, well, if you want us to, we'll play your national anthem.
Time. Amy, anything you want to say?
I just think he has some filter, and every time we say things, he receives it as something else. Like he's not hearing that. He's just,
Yeah, what do you? Is that trauma brain or was that numb brain? What is that?
no.
I've heard of this.
We just need
Could
to
be
let it
dumb
go.
brain.
We just need to end it and let it go because he's not gonna.
Let us know when more stations reach out if they do. Okay, Ray, you can go now. Thank you.
Yeah.